Hey guys, Chris with the Armory LTT, and today we're going to go over a couple options to help you enjoy your shooting experience more with your AR-15 and also keep your shots on target. Stick with us. Although recoil is never really an issue with an AR-15, with any 5.56, it's always good to help reduce that recoil, help keep your rounds on target, and make it a little more enjoyable for you to shoot, and especially if somebody's a little recoil sensitive out there, it helps them enjoy a little bit more too. So there's a couple options that we are now carrying here at the Armory that we have tested, and they do work great, and we're going to go over two of them here real quick. The first one is the Geissele spring and buffer. So the Geissele spring and buffer, this is a braided spring, all right, with an H1 buffer. This braided spring helps with reliability. So when that buffer comes back and that buffer compresses, these strands will separate, and it helps reduce some of that twang you hear when you fire with your typical coil spring, and it also helps damper some of the harmonics that are coming through your buffer tube, so you don't really feel it in your face as much. It does reduce the recoil in the muzzle climb just a hair. It is noticeable. You can feel it for sure. I've tried one in my rifle, and we're going to try one later as well. But you can definitely feel a difference with this, and it's an inexpensive option. It's under $100 for this, and it's an inexpensive option to kind of tweak, to kind of fine tune your AR. Now, something a little bit different here. These have been around since 2012, I believe, is when KinShot went into business. But this is a hydraulic buffer. Okay, what it is actually a hydraulic piston inside of here that whenever that bolt comes back, it hits this and it actually pushes this back. All right, that really helps eliminate recoil. I have one of these in my rifle now. I kind of had the Geissele system, and I said, you know what, let's see how far I can push this envelope. And I went with one of these, and let me tell you, I mean, it is almost recoilless. I mean, ARs aren't bad anyways, like I said, but it's almost recoilless, and you can absolutely put your rounds on a dime. You know, your second rounds on a dime. These things are phenomenal. They come for 308s. They come for fixed stocks. They come in a high performance. So if you're really running your gun hard, they do have one that's a little more rugged, I guess you can say, a little more durable. They make it for PCCs. I'm putting them in every AR-15 that I can get my hands on. I mean, anyone that I ever buy, I'm going to put these things in. Big fan of these. I run one. Tyler, you guys know Tyler down there. He's into all the new, the newest, latest, and greatest. He runs one. I actually run mine with this Geissele braided spring just because maximum effort. Why not? And it is absolute dream to shoot now. So what we're going to do now is we're going to run out bag. We're going to fire a few rounds. Obviously, I don't have anything to compare with. I don't have any kind of fancy meters or anything, but you can notice the difference when I go out there and shoot. You'll see my shoulder, how much less it moves with this hydraulic buffer. All right, stick with us. We'll be right back. We're outside here behind the shop. We're going to give a few of these different systems a try. We'll do a little bit of test with some shoulder recoil too. Let's see what we got. This right here is your basic AR-15 carbine spring. That's the Daniel Defense one, which doesn't make it any better. It's just your basic spring, basic H buffer. All right, we're gonna fire a few rounds here. All right, that felt pretty normal. There was nothing special there. We didn't expect anything, obviously. It was just kind of an initial feeling for it. So let's try our Geissele braided buffer spring and that H1 buffer. All right, I got that Geissele braided spring put in here in the H1 buffer. Let's give it a shot. All right, so there's a noticeable difference. The recoil, yeah, there's a little less harmonics in the stock. You can feel that, but there's no twang. There's no twang anymore when it comes back, and it makes it really nice, especially shooting this suppressed. It takes a little bit of noise out. So let's try that KinShot hydraulic buffer with the standard carbine spring. All right, we got the KinShot hydraulic in here with our standard carbine buffer. This should be a significant difference. Let's give this a shot. That is smooth. That is very, very soft recoiling. It cycles perfectly fine. Like I said, this is currently what I have in this rifle, but I did change my spring. What we're going to do now is we're going to try that Geissele braided spring. Let's try that with the KinShot. I've ran some rounds through it already. I know what it feels like, but let's see if it makes a difference. All right, I got that KinShot installed with that braided Geissele spring. Let's give it a run. There is absolutely nothing there. It's a far cry from the initial just regular carbine spring. It feels way different. It's way softer, way smoother. This is the way to go. You can get this. We have them all here in stock. You can get these for under $300 for this whole setup, or just go with the Geissele for under $100, and the KinShot's just under $200 for that. We can walk you through. We can get the exact KinShot you'll need. Stop by and see us. Jump on that Facebook page. Jump on that web link. All this stuff's available online right now. All right, give us a shout. Thanks for tuning in.